What's up, guys? Vankyo Gaming here to discuss the latest news in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Let's get right into it. So, leaks upon leaks upon leaks upon leaks, but it looks like the whole roster for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle has unfortunately, or fortunately if you were excited with the leak, has been leaked. The 9 remaining DLC characters have been data mined from the Nintendo Switch version of the game, which, if you've been paying attention at all to any of the Switch hacking stuff in the last couple of weeks, is really easy to do now. So I got the list in front of me right here. Let's go over some of the characters I care about, or characters that, I'm affected by. Whatever. Let's just go into the list, right? So first we got Izayoi, we got Mai Natsume, we got Nine the Phantom. Now, I don't really care for any of these characters. I'm not going to lie straight up to you. These 3 BlazBlue characters are irrelevant to me. Couldn't care less. Nine the Phantom is interesting to me, though, because I've seen her in tournament playing stuff, and she's insane. She has so many tools and options. So I'm wondering exactly how they're going to tone her down. Like, what things they're going to cut and dice and slice and dice, if you feel me. But I don't know, yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. Now let's get on to the most important part, the part that I care about the most, the Persona 4 characters. Now, this 3 characters that we see here confirms that essentially they're only taking Persona characters from Persona 4 Arena 1. So no Sho, essentially, no Sho, no Junpei, no Yukari, none of that stuff. So, the characters we got are Akihiko, Lapras, and Mitsuru. Now, I was actually kind of expecting Lapras because she is like the staple, like the mainstay character that was, created exclusively for Persona 4 Arena. So I'm not surprised she's in there at all, with Aigus kind of being a counterpart to her. I wouldn't be surprised that they had some good team chemistry in the game. Akihiko, who's probably going to be my other character with Kanji, and then Mitsuru, who, it's Mitsuru. She has ice stuff, so seeing her on teams with Yukiko or Weiss or Ruby or whoever, it'll be interesting to see how things go down there. Unfortunately, so we just got the P4A1 characters, so I was hoping maybe we could even see like a Dachi or something, but I guess we're not seeing that either. So it is what it is. Unless they announce another set of DLC characters, we're kind of stuck with what we got for right now. Anyway, let's get into the last group, the Under Night characters, which from what I've heard are the most controversial right now. So we have Merkava, who's I'm not for or against Merkava. I think Merkava's a cool character. Good to see him in the game. So that kind of neutral on that. Now Mika is like, I understand they're trying to get representation in from ST, from latest, but they chose Mika when they had other options like Enkidu, Enkidu, no? Well, so they put Mika and then Yuzuriya. Yuzuriya is fine, but Mika is just, I don't understand. Like, we already have 2 grapplers in the game, and one of them is from Under Night, so I don't understand why we need another one. Like, in one game, in the Under Night game, it makes sense to have more than one, but in a game where Iron Tiger and Wallstein are a thing, I just don't understand why Mika has to be here too. I feel like Enkidu has a pretty unique play style, probably would have been more fun to play. Although I haven't really played everybody yet, but I think he'd be one of the only Rekka characters in the game, besides like Azrael. So that'd be an interesting thing as well. But unfortunately, we're not going to get that this time around. No, I'm not going to say Arc System Works has dropped the ball on the character specifically. Maybe even releasing a beta for the Switch may have been a bad call with all the stuff happening. I don't know if how much they cared about keeping all of this a secret. And yeah, it's like a lot of this stuff is just reused assets already, which is a little upsetting. I mean, there's nothing new, nothing fresh really coming in besides the Ruby characters, and it's very evident when you're playing the game. Some of the sprite work looks kind of old. Specifically the Persona characters, like those sprites look like they're from 2012. The 720p sprites versus the Ruby sprites, which look like they're designed for 1080p and above. The BlazBlue sprites look kind of okay. I think most of them were from Central Fiction, which is like 1080p ish. So just depending on, there's also a PS3 version, so it's all up to preference, I guess. But yeah, just at this point we have to question where our money is going. Now, while I already pre-ordered the game, like the deluxe edition or whatever, and I'm happy with my purchase, like I know I'm gonna have fun playing the game. It's just like the roster is just kind of lacking at this point, and it's funny because this is a 2v2 game, 2v2 tag game, which a lot of people are excited for. Marvel MVCI also 2v2 tag game, a lot of people are excited for. I think visually though, Marvel was just a little bit like. The people had a lot more to say about Marvel than they do specifically about the visual style for this. I think for this it does work. You see the characters exactly as you remember them from whatever games they came from, which is nice. Although during the development cycle I heard something about the Under Night characters being reworked to look like BlazBlue characters. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't really look like they did anything. I'm not gonna lie. So that's that on that front. Really excited to play the game. Hope you guys can check out my other video of me playing some stuff in the demo, and look forward to content when the full game releases. But yeah, it's here. Leak list, everybody's here. For all 40 characters, we know who they are, we know what it's gonna be, and I think it's almost 99% at this point because Dark System works, same development similar development procedures to as what's happened in Fighters, whose leak list is out, and half the leak list is already confirmed. So it's kind of like a needle in a haystack here, trying to find any other scenario that's not these characters. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. As always, make sure you keep it here for some FGC discussion, news, that type of thing. I expect another video later this week about another. Expect actually another 2 videos probably this week. One will be a gameplay video on some fighter stuff, and then another will be a little surprise kind of discussion video on a game that I'm really excited about and looking forward to. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, this is VanKill Gaming. We're out.